Hey y'all, Snoopie here, and tonight we're going to be having a look at this. The ultra Windows XP machine has a Phenom II X4 945, 4 gigabytes of DDR2-800 MHz, a GTX 770 with 2 gigabytes of VRAM. I like how we have like half as much of the system RAM on the graphics card, a SoundBlaster Live, and a PNY SSD. Now you might be looking at this list and wondering, wait a minute, you're missing something. Where's the case? And wow. So I went on the internet this week and I found this. Well yes, and this is a DIY PC SO8G. So let's get it out of the box. Haha, just kidding, I already put it together. And here it is. Oh, you want to see the other side? Oh boy. I have created a monster. So, yeah. This is a very interesting choice of parts on my part. I took the side panel off because it was way too reflective. Sort of like that monitor. But anyway. Now, moving right on past the elephant in the room, we've got a slightly smaller elephant, and that's why the heck is that graphics card in there? And, well, that's actually quite simple. Originally, I had this graphics card in there. Okay, that's a pretty normal Windows XP type graphics card. It's not great, but, you know, it works. Well, this GPU is dead, because I killed it with Furmark. Well, okay, surely it isn't the only XP era graphics card you have, right? Yeah, I do have another one. This one. I also killed it with Furmark. Yes, I'm insane. What else is new? And, well, okay. Well, why is this one still in here, then? And, well, simply, when I ran Furmark on this one, it didn't, just basically flat-out die like the rest of these did. This one just turned the whole computer into an easy-bake oven. So, that worked out. So you might be looking at this and wondering, well, if you already put the whole computer together, and if you already did everything, well, what's the video for? And, well, this computer has one major glaring flaw. And in order to see it, I'm going to have to turn it on. Oh, wait, I have to... And then press the button. The BIOS settings reset because I had it off for too long. Yeah, CMOS battery. I mean, this computer is an atrocity, but as far as atrocities go, this one looks pretty cool. So as we can see, everything's being detected and everything. It's just... it's super loud, and the hard drive isn't set up right, because this is really weird. This is a really weird BIOS. It shows up eventually. I swear I told it to go into the BIOS. It should have worked. It should have worked. It should be working. It's not. Why is it still blinking? Alright, I'm just gonna try again. Oh, it's delete to enter setup. Okay. That explains it. Okay, so it's no longer 2009. I don't remember the date. I do know there is no floppy diskette drive. So we gotta come over to... not that. I think it's hardware monitor. Yeah, so this doesn't control the fans automatically. You have to tell it to, which is odd. Which now it should be quieter, much quieter. Because this gigantic heatsink doesn't even have the fans on all the way, all the time. And there we go, quiet. So as you might notice, the SSD is already detected. That's because I already put it in. Because I had to put it in before I put in the motherboard, otherwise it would have been very hard to put the SSD in. This is one of the major flaws of this... Let's enable smart. One of the major flaws of this case is just how hard it is to build in. But I mean, it was like $40-something, so like, guess you can't really expect too much. So all of this is accessing these two drives as if they're IDE mode. which, as far as I know, the only way to fix that on this board and have them accessible using AMD mode is to actually set it to RAID. So that's in slot 1, to set SATA 1 RAID to enabled, and if I reboot, it should no longer be in the list. And then if I just don't set an array, it should now be in. And now it should ask me to enter the NV RAID screen. F10, which is that? Okay, I got it right. So it's mirroring across one drive, which means... Can I set it to JBOD? I think that's what it is. I guess not. So there are array disks, none. Okay. So this means it should be running in HCI mode. And yeah, so when it's keen-eyed among you might have noticed that this is actually the $65, I called it gaming computer because I was an idiot, and this is its motherboard. This, actually, that's the only part that carried over. And yeah, that boots up pretty quick. It's not on anything special, it's on an 80GB IDE drive. So on this thumb drive, I have crystal disk info, just so you can take a closer look. Doesn't like my mouse, because I plugged it into the back of the computer, not the front, like I normally do. Dear. This is a keyboard work at least? This Apple keyboard, which I'm using with Windows XP. And there we go. Oh, here it is. So as we can see, I downloaded the wrong version, but we're going to use it anyway. Assuming I can get it off of the thumb drive. It's not cooperating. Maybe I'll try another USB port. Wouldn't it be funny if Explorer just stopped working? That would be hilarious. You know, that suggests to me the hard drive might actually be dying. Or that's because I unplugged the thumb drive faster than I probably should have. And it's not. Is Explorer just broken? Explorer is broken. You know, I wonder if this hard drive's dying. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Explorer's just dead. I forgot what... Control-Delete. See if I can restart Explorer. Now it should start back up again, right? Right? Okay, I guess I'm rebooting the computer then, because that's... Well, luckily there's a button for that. So, okay, before I go launching Explorer and trying to get all the files transferred, I'm going to give it a chance to boot up, and then put this in it. Oh, well, that's a good sign. So yeah, Explorer is working now, so hopefully this should work. And it did. Alright, that worked. I guess I just needed to reboot. Except now PC Probe isn't working, so I can't see the temperature of the CPU, or the voltages, or anything, but, crap. Interestingly, I went for a trip on the internet, and turns out, actually, can't see it. How are these different? I don't know. But as it turns out, the installer, which is what I was trying to run, isn't compatible with Windows 7 or older. But this is. So, as we can see, 49, just about 50,000 power on hours. It's still a good drive, though, apparently. I mean, running at SATA II. Sad. But yeah, so we're going to be replacing this with the SSD, mostly. Which, about that. So as anybody who's messed with one of these chipsets before would probably know by now that the SATA ports on this motherboard aren't supported out of the box by Windows XP, which is a bit of a problem since we're trying to install Windows XP. So in its current state, if we were to try and install it, it would just not show up as having a hard drive or anything. It might actually show up the other hard drive, I'm not totally sure, but yeah, it would detect the SSD because it's currently in RAID mode. And so the answer to that is to get RAID mode drivers. And it was my original anticipation, my original idea to make my own Windows XP image with the drivers slipstreamed in. But the only form these drivers come in is a make disk, which essentially means this is for imaging a floppy disk. But we can't do that because so yeah, since there's no other way to go about this, I guess we're just gonna have to connect a floppy diskette drive, because I tried running 7-zip on these, or just sending them to another directory. It just refuses. So, for instance, let's say I want to do E, which is actually my, removable disk, and it's not working. And I don't know of any software that would actually give me a virtual floppy diskette drive. That would be useful if that was a thing. I don't think it is. So, yeah, I'm gonna go get one of those. This better work. I'm starting to think the logistics of this whole thing are going to be quite interesting, because I got this if it makes it any easier, but not totally sure. So I've got the floppy diskette drive. That's normal, don't worry about it. Got the floppy diskette drive. We also need a cable, which, oh, hey, here we go. A cable. Totally didn't use this in the last video. Totally didn't use this floppy disk drive either. What the heck way does that go in? How does this go in? Alright, I'm gonna assume this is the way it goes in. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I just had a big idea. So, you might have noticed the past couple of videos I've had these cold cathode tubes running through the back. I'd never turn them on, but they are there. And in order to power those, I keep this power supply right here. This CX500. Now I realized, well, it also has Molex, so I can just turn it on this way. So all I've got to do then, since I'm using external power, is got to turn off the computer, plug this in, which maybe I can use a different rail. What? This thing only has one Molex rail? That's sad. Okay. No, that's SATA. So I'm just going to unplug these lights. And here we have it. So this way I don't have to go into the horrible trenches of what happened in the back of that computer in order to get it to work. And there we go. So now I can just turn it on. I don't know if you heard that, but yeah, it's working. So this will work. So right there is the floppy disk port. Ribbon cable place. No idea which way this goes in, but I'm just gonna make a guess. So now that this monstrosity is together, all I gotta do is turn that on and flick and push at the same time. Get into the BIOS. Oh, I know. What? I can't see the light from there, and I don't want to touch it too much, so. Ah, crap. Quit without saving. Just gonna go through that. Floppy seek, floppy seek, floppy seek, floppy seek. Okay, I'm just gonna look at it. Yeah, no activity on the lights there. Interesting. Now what? I bet I plugged it into the board upside down. Yeah, that would make most sense. So yeah, I'm just retarded and I noticed I could basically do the same thing by just flipping it upside down. So now that I have turned the cable inside of the computer the other way around, this should work. Light constantly on? What does that mean? Alright then. I think that's broken more. Wait, wasn't there that one Draga 1 video where that... Alright. So both of those off. So now I flipped it around the other way on the drive side, so... promising? Maybe? F1. Floppy, floppy. Ah! It works! It doesn't work. It's in a key to restart. Alright, well that's... Whoa, nice. That probably means that it works. So now we can just make the disc. So now... Alright. Yeah, that floppy disk drive sounds like it's in pain. But hopefully it can keep itself together. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we have a bad drive. So here we have a Mitsumi floppy diskette drive, which has most of its pins missing, which hopefully we didn't need those, but... So, let us see if this one is a little bit more healthy. Not to turn that on, and... I forgot to actually turn the computer on. It's weird how it does that, though. Does it do that if I flip the cable around? You know, it's weird how it doesn't have pin 1 marked anywhere on this. Which, you know, that would be kind of useful to know to plug this in the right way. But what I'm going based off of is the fact that in order for this to, like, work as intended, they have to go like this. But I might be wrong. That's odd. That is actually really odd, you know, because this is the other way. Okay, so it's not the other way around. I tried it the other way. So, here, watch. Yeah. The light's turning on either way, which leads me to believe maybe it just needs a computer present on the other side. I'm pretty sure I have the power cable in the right way around. It'd be kind of hard for me to mess that up, so I probably didn't. Just goes in like that. So, upside down. Maybe it just needs a computer present on the other side. That might make some sense to me. So let's... That's exactly what it needed. That's weird. What is it doing on the computer side? That... I didn't know that. I honestly didn't. Well, that's interesting. There we go. I learned something new. Nice. I think the CMOS reset again. It did. Ah, man. Okay. Oh, that sounds so much better. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Okay. This is promising. Ooh, very promising. And now we can finally run make disk. Wait, not yet. I gotta make sure. It's making very healthy floppy noises, unlike last time. Okay. Right. So I'm gonna try one more time. I got some more of them. Now, this one, I'm pretty sure is good. Not that I would want to overwrite this, I just want to make sure the drive works. And there we go. So the problem was just... this disk is bad. And... apparently so is this one. So that's great. So keeping that in mind, this disc, I know it looks kind of cool and looks kind of important, but trust me, what was on there isn't there anymore. So, you know, actually, wouldn't it be funny if I, so yeah, as we can see, this does contain the proper drivers for Intel chipsets. So, now it is time to write and extract. And we just gotta let it go. Is it just me, or is this what was there in the first place? Alright, I'm gonna eject it and try just put it back in again. And poopity poopity. Okay, so what exactly did it do? Alright, I'm gonna try formatting it. And then this disk is write protected. Oh, you didn't tell me that earlier. Gotta move that like that. Let's try it again. Ah, now it's formatting right. Nice. Okay, so I'll be back. You know, come to think of it, I'm a little bit surprised that software just went ahead and let me image that floppy disk, or tried to image the floppy disk anyway, and just didn't stop me. Alright, so now we've got ourselves a fresh floppy. What we gotta do is do that again, except maybe it'll work this time. It's also going much faster. And there we go, new files. So I'm gonna go make another Windows XP installer thumb drive because I lost my other one somehow, and I will be right back. And so now all we gotta do is turn it off. And eventually, this is taking too long. And we gotta take the disk out, turn it back on. Don't bloody remember the thing to open up the thing, so I'm gonna go into the BIOS again and just change the boot order. And that should do it. And now it should just boot off of the thumb drive. Hopefully. Alright, so we seem to be booting. Oh, wait. Did I have to? It'll probably have to do it again later. Alright, so it's got to press enter. What? Well, seems the mint color comes at a cost. I'm thinking it's having a spots of bother trying to read from the thumb drive, so I just plugged in a USB CD-ROM drive. This I know works, so I can just boot off of that, and hey, there we go. So now it's going to ask me if I want to use a third-party. Whoa, okay. Driver, and I'm going to answer yes. Third-party F6, 66666, that one? I pressed F6. Alright, well, I guess it's just going to go then. And now it's just going to boot up like it did last time, except much slower, because we're not going over CD. Oh, hey, here we go. So all I got to do is now put this in here. And S. Manufacturer supplied hardware support disk into drive A. Enter. NVIDIA RAID class driver. Setup will load support for the, yep. Specify additional device. And I'm just going to load in both of them. I think that's how this works. And hopefully that should do it. Setup will load support for the following mass storage devices: NVIDIA RAID and NVIDIA Enforce. And that should do it. Hopefully. Alright, so this is already further than we got the USB. Oh my, is that actually... now which is it? Okay, so this right here, it detected the SSD in AHCI mode. What? Oh. Okay, so, yeah. Because it's GPT. I think. Let's install using NTFS. Quick. And there we go. This should work. AHCI mode, by the way, not IDE mode, which I think that's how Draga did his when he did this, or something like that. Wow, that was quick. Again, it still might not work yet, so we gotta actually wait and see. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Okay, so let's see, did that actually work? Now, this should be first in the boot order, so it should boot off of the SSD. Ah, dang it. Okay, so let me just restart it, and you know, I should honestly just unplug that from the board. But first, fastest bus in the West. Oh crap, that actually works. I didn't think that would. Ladies and gentlemen, this is off of the SSD. Yeah. There's no hard drive going on here. Nice. So I guess it's gotta wait for it to keep installing. I don't think it will take anywhere near the 40 minutes it suspects. Try the easiest Windows yet. Windows XP makes it easy to manage all of your documents. All of your information. We've enhanced the My Documents and My Pictures folders to make them more useful. Now whenever you open these folders, you will see handy shortcuts to the most common tasks for documents and pictures. Integrated support for web publishing means you can put your documents on the internet. Wait, this was the first OS Windows update was? Wow. That's gross. Man, I hate this part. Next. Man. I don't know. Oh, crap. Can I just... Yeah, and this should... Oh, nice! Yeah, that should work. Not even remotely close, but that'll work. Didn't even get the time zone right. Piece of crap. Alright, come on. Linux could do it right. You couldn't. What's the internet? We're doing this in record time. I mean, it's been about 2 years since the last time I've installed Windows XP, so I'm not exactly sure what record time is, but I'm willing to guess this is close. The CD-ROM drive is a bottleneck. So, I had to walk away for a bit, but it seems this worked. Like, I think it worked really well. Ah, nice. Your name. Ready to go. Nice. So, you should just come over here and see disk C. What? That's not right. That would make the drive disk management. Disk C. NTFS active. So this is our Windows XP. That is... What the heck is this? Can I view properties? Location 0. Oh, wait! This is E. Why is it under Drive E? Why are we booting off of Drive E? Okay, so this is working right. Whoa, okay, so we need some drivers. Luckily, I've got a thumb drive. No! So here we go. And on here I have the most important drivers. Crystal Disk Mark, very important driver. This is going to take ages. What the heck? So while the GeForce drivers are downloading over my dial-up internet, let's see if this SSD actually works any fast. I got the wrong dang drive. See, no. Whoa, everything's so big. You know, I can almost use the computer without my glasses. Let's do one because I don't have all day. Wait. What was that? 5? No, that does. And then 512. So, yeah. A little bit of internet searching later, and these numbers are actually terrible. But, just before I throw in the towel and say this whole thing is completely useless, let's have a look and see how this does. I'm just going to decrease this so it doesn't take as long. And here we go. So this is on C, or the original hard disk. So luckily, as it turns out, the difference is actually quite substantial. So yeah, now that I've gotten my validation, we can now install graphics drivers, which I so conveniently downloaded while that was running. .network framework, yeah, we don't need that. Green, continue, express. What? Just gotta unplug it. And here we go, now we just gotta restart. And now we can time it. So later me, when you're editing this, just like put a timer up there and like nothing else. Remember, nothing else, right? That was depressingly slow. Or, I mean, you know, I could be wrong. You know, I think I should just restart it again from cold, because it was doing things with the display, so... Oh, and also I got to disable the floppy diskette drive because we don't need this thing anymore. So here we are a couple days later, and as you just saw, this thing boots slower on the SSD than it does on the hard drive. But, you know, boot speed isn't everything, you know. And what definitely isn't helping is the fact, for whatever reason, it wants to run off of SATA 1, or 150 megabytes per second, which is exactly what we're hitting at max. Which I ran the actual full test, and the results were the same as last time. Here, just out of curiosity, here's a SATA SSD for scale, and also an NVMe disk for scale. So, we're not doing great as far as the SSD is concerned. But booting isn't everything. And I know what you're asking. And yes. You know, it's kind of funny, this is like the first game, or what, only game I bought so far. And it's like easily palatable, but I got a real copy just out of convenience. You know, I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to think maybe Windows XP just needs an optical drive. Oh yeah, Crysis. Gotta install. Nice. You know, I like how on my Windows XP install disk, I decided to put the product key on the CD as if I was going to use it while that CD was in the drive. But welcome to the installation wizard for Crysis R. Oh, luckily I got me one of those. Custom. Punk Buster, yes. Well, why is there a custom option if it just installs everything by default? Wow, look at this. I've seen it be going well so far. Mission Intel, but I got AMD. Is this gonna work? Eyes only. Oh. What do you mean? What else am I gonna look at it with? As we can see here, it is installing just at about USB 2, which is what, 102 megabytes per second? Okay, so now we just gotta watch it to see how fast, long it takes. Excuse me, what? Why is it taking so long? Whoa, okay, here we go. Dang it. Video. Oh, hey, I got one of those. See, look, it's there. I do not have one of those, though. Let's see here. So, we only have 1024 by 1280 by 1024, I think this is, so gotta make sure it's perfect. Gotta make sure absolutely perfect. Okay, nice. Graphics quality. Oh, we're high by default. Okay, that's a good sign. Yes. Back. Single player. New game. Easy. I'm scared. I don't think I've ever fully played through this game. Oh wow, he's got toxic metals in his bloodstream. You gotta stop vaping. Oh, Crysis. That's part of why, not I. Yeah. Wow, is this faster? I'm not totally sure. I guess to press any key to continue after the loading. August 7th, 2020? That's in the past now. Okay, come on. You're gonna make me sit through this? Okay, come on. Oh, hey, here we go. 7 days later. I'm gonna skip all the cutscenes. Oh, that was a stutter. But so far, okay, that looks good. Yeah, this is good. But let's get into the actual game, shall we? Okay, it can run Crysis. It can run it just fine. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is great. This is like 60 FPS. This isn't... Of course, I don't have an actual FPS counter. I don't know of one that would work on Windows XP. Game save. Oh, that was... Oh, look at this! Okay, this is... Of course, this is 1024 by 768, so it's not... Or not 1020... 1280 by 1024, so it's not really that impressive, but... This looks fine. This looks great, actually. Let's turn it up even more. And we don't even have AA on. Alright. Promptly just turns it up to 8. Alright, alright. This looks fine. I'm just looking at the sharpness of the gun there. I turned the ISO up, so what you're seeing as far as brightness goes is about what I'm seeing. So, yeah, this looks great. But again, probably most of that is just the fact that I'm using such a low resolution display. What would be another good source of... What would that be? So let's tilt. Weapon inspect? What is that? Melee. Oh, hit marker. Ah, wait, no, not a hit marker. It just doesn't. That's a shame. Tactical attachment. All right, we gonna go. Oh no, I just need to trigger the cutscene. All right, yeah. Oh no, he's dead. There must have been a murder around these parts. Call in the detective. Again, I am really not funny. Oh boy. Disable GPS jamming device. But my GPS appears to be working fine, if not a little bit staticky. Alright, everybody, hold on. Oh, crap. Wait a minute. Alright, death time. I am the spy. Whoa, that was fast. I forgot I had that enabled. Alright, cool. There's a thing for this, there's a thing for this, there's a thing. Alright, nobody shoot me. Give. I got the chicken! I will throw a chicken. Nah. No, that didn't work. Okay. That didn't work. Will this work? Okay, cool. Let's turn this thing off now. Hey, look, bird hunting. Oh. Hey, that worked. So by disable, it meant shoot up until it stopped working. Well, that is the most American way to... disable something, so Alright, I guess that makes sense. So now that this thing has demonstrated its ability to play Crysis perfectly on this monitor, now what else would be taxing? So my joke here was going to be, wow, Minecraft, yeah, nice, so hard to run. But, major miscalculation on that department. This doesn't have internet. As in, its Ethernet port is right there, and the nearest switch is like 3 yards that way. So, yeah, no Minecraft, I guess. So you guys remember how this used to be my old benchmark for literally everything? Yeah, let's see if it works. You know, the original Half-Life. Well, not the original Half-Life, this is Half-Life Blue Shift, but same engine, so it counts. Alright, let's get down to business. Install Blue Shift. Oh, wow. That's a nice image. Next. Accept. Next. 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 What? C drive. Wait. Or it is already E. So E. Next. 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 Alright, there we go. That just exactly what I thought was wrong. Nice. And this is going to take also a very long time. What are you yapping about? Whoa. You got mad at me and sent me through the floor. Oh, it's a fork. That was... This game never ceases to amaze me. Okay, come on. Can I come in? Hey, get back here! I guess I'm stuck here. Come on. Who are you? No idea who that is. Isn't this place supposed to have fire extinguishers? Where are the fire extinguishers? Get the credit card declined. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go, but I'm going in this elevator. Yeah. Oh, shooting range. Yeah. Huh. Do I get a gun? Can I have a gun? Gimme a gun. Gimme. Nice. Get ready to meet your maker. Bang, bang. Whoa, that actually worked? Why did you let me do that? Improper handling of firearm? I killed the guy. Where is this place? Arizona? That makes sense. Wait. They both shoot? They both shoot. Okay. Who's that? Is that one of those lift desks or whatever the heck they're called? That's cool. So it's like, is this the invisible one? Oh look, your computer's on me now. Ladder. So yeah, needless to say, this computer performs really well. I mean, well, you saw it run Crysis, and okay, to be fair, this isn't really the hardest game to run. So yeah, honestly, there's nothing else I can really think of to benchmark it, except for Furry Donut, but we've already done that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.